Hi, this is a project presentation for the image processing and computer vision class of fall 2012. I'm going to be presenting my project. It is titled The Application of Face Detection and Recognition to Photo Tagging on Social Networks and Image Organizers. My name is Abhilash Bangalore Ravi, UFID 05654854. Moving into the project, it is essential that we understand the motivation to this problem. Man has made rapid strides in technology over the past 2 to 3 decades. One of the more fascinating problems has been that of providing artificial intelligence to machines. In order to realize this goal of artificial intelligence, it is important and imperative that the world first address the problems of multimodal man-machine interaction. By multimodal, we mean that uh, through various media such as speech, gestures, text, etc. One thing that is common to all these is that they are all large and real life data that requires immense processing. The world has moved and there is enough capability to process such large scale real life data. Now this can be achieved through intuitive approaches such as speech or gestures. This has led to active research in the fields of computer vision, speech processing, natural language processing, etc. An interesting example is that of an interactive TV. Well, I have seen a few videos online where an institute in Italy has been working on a project titled Talking TV, where the person intuitively talks to the TV to select a movie of his choice to watch. This can also be done through gestures. Moving on, an important area of research in computer vision is that of face detection. As we can see, it is a very intuitive manner of multimodal man-machine interaction. Various problems such as face modeling, face recognition or verification, face relighting, facial emotion analysis have emerged from the wide area of face detection. Face detection followed by recognition has interesting applications. A few of them worthy of mention include biometrics, video surveillance, etc. Over the past 5 to 6 years, there has been an increase in the social networking sites. A large number of people are using social networking sites and image organizers to upload photos. Examples can be seen in everyday life such as Facebook or Google Plus or Google's Picasa or Social's motion picture browser, etc. Systems that tag people automatically is a great opportunity. So Facebook and Picasa have already come up with such software, but it is also important that we keep improving such software for the future generations. Moving on to the project objective. The objective of this project is to incorporate face detection and recognition to tag people in digital photographs. I have here a block diagrammatic representation of the objective. Here we have the input image which is fed into the face detection system. The output of the face detection system is a digital image with faces that have been recognized. Then the output of the face detection system is fed to the face recognition system, where the faces are compared to those already existing in the database to generate a match using a probability. The output of the face recognition system is then used in the photo tagging component, where a name is associated with each face and the output of the entire system is a tagged image. Let us move to the first part of the project, which is face detection. Face detection, given an arbitrary image, the goal of face detection is to determine the presence of faces in the image, and if present, return the image location and extent of each face. Here we can see in the image that has been used, there are 4 people and 3 faces have been recognized. For our project, I have used a colored image segmentation technique for the purpose of face detection. Although there are many more complex and widely used approaches, I have used the color image segmentation technique since it was more intuitive to understand as well as faster in computation. This technique exploits the property that the range of colors that a human face takes on is clearly limited in the total color space. To pursue this, 3 different color spaces that have been reported to be useful in the literature, HSV, YCbCr, and the commonly used RGB space, was studied. Now we can have a look here at the input image. This is an image provided by the author for use in this particular task. Firstly, the HSV color space is used. HSV stands for hue, saturation, and intensity. Although RGB is commonly used for color image processing, it has a drawback that it is subject to luminance effects from the lighting intensity of the background. And HSV color space is much more intuitive. Hue and saturation thus provide useful information to distinguish skin. The segmentation rule we used was obtained by plotting the values of hue and saturation. It was clearly noted that the hue values for skin were either less than 19 out of 255 or greater than 240 on a scale of 0 to 255. Therefore, any value of hue between 19 and 240 was considered to be not skin. Therefore, a mask was applied to implement this rule. Here in this slide, we can see the effect of applying the HSV rule. Moving on to the YCbCr color space. Y is luminance, CB and CR are the blue difference and the red difference chroma components. After the HSV rule was applied, this color space was also analyzed to distinguish skin from other areas of the image. And then the following rule was determined to detect facial skin. That is, if the blue difference chroma component lies in the range 102 to 128, it is considered as skin. A mask was again applied to implement this rule. In this slide, we can see the effect of applying YCbCr rule. Moving on to the RGB color space. The RGB color space is still useful to remove certain colors that are vastly different from that of facial skin color. The following rule was determined that if B is in the range 0.836 G minus 14 and 0.836 G plus 44, then it is considered as skin. A mask was applied to implement this rule, and the effect of applying this rule can be seen in this image. We can clearly see that the skin has a distinct color compared to the rest of the image. After using the color image processing method, still some processing is required to eliminate small specks of noise and image patches that exist in areas of the image. A morphological processing technique such as the opening operation is implemented for this purpose. It was implemented using a 3x3 structuring element matrix of all ones to remove small specks of color that were not associated with skin. Further, usually in all images that have been analyzed, it was noted that the bottom 1/3 of the image usually does not contain any faces, so it is removed from processing, which can lead to faster computation. The image is then transformed into grayscale without any loss of generality for further processing. Next, moving on to template matching. A template is essentially required to match with the faces and return the areas where the faces are present in an image. Primarily, the task in template matching is to determine the template. It is derived by averaging some images of the faces in the training images that would likely be in the testing images as well. It is also important that these images be properly aligned and scaled with respect to one another. Here we can see that an example of a template used for template matching has been provided. And here, after applying the template matching method, we can see the output of the face detection system, where a red square or a rectangle is used to display the facial region that has been detected in the image. In this image we can see that while most of the faces have been identified and there have been no false alarms or misses, except in this one place where two people are standing very close by, the algorithm groups the two faces as one. It is an error. Although it is an error, we can still say that the algorithm works reasonably well. We can now discuss the performance of our face detection system. We can say that it works well on the training data, but fails in images with more number of people. It has limited functionality in poor lighting conditions, and that is an area that has to be addressed in order to make the face detection systems more robust. As we mentioned earlier, false alarm and misses quantify the system performance. False alarm is when the system detects another object as a face when actually there is no face present, and miss is considered when the system misses out an actual face. The overall performance is defined as a ratio of the number of faces currently identified to the total number of faces that were present in the photograph. An important lesson that has to be learned from this experiment on building this kind of face detection system is that it is better to rely on standard data sets, use more features, and in particular more robust features, and also use better modeling techniques. This can present an overall improvement in the system performance. We have seen that there have been several papers, most importantly the one by Paul Viona and Michael Jones, presented in early 2000s, that uses higher order features and AdaBoosting learning technique to implement a real-time face detection system. Moving on to the second part of the project, which is face recognition. Once the faces have been detected, segmented, and saved, the face recognition system compares it with the existing models in its database to return a match. The problem of face recognition can be defined as to automatically identify or verify a person from a digital image or a video sequence. The training and testing data for this experiment was obtained from the Olivetti Research Laboratory of Cambridge, United Kingdom face database. There are 10 different images of 40 distinct subjects. For some of the subjects, the images were taken at different times, varying lighting, facial expressions, and facial details. Here we can see an illustrative example of one of the subjects from the ORL face database. The system that I have developed for the purpose of facial recognition is a very simple system. It uses a simple set of features. Although not very descriptive, pixel values can be used in a limited manner as features for a face recognition system. In this project, the pixels from the image matrix, represented as a 1D vector Y, from the facial regions are modeled using Gaussian mixture models, and each model is represented as lambda I. A test image X with feature vector X is used for the testing purpose. The probability that this test vector is computed with different models, and the face associated with the model corresponding to the highest probability is chosen as the identified face. The performance of the system is quantified by calculating the ratio of total number of faces correctly identified to the total number of testing images or faces. Although the system designed using just the pixel values as features is weak, the modeling technique is indeed very powerful. The system performs reasonably well, as we can see from the table. The average performance of this system is about 65%. Moving on to the third part of the project, that is our application to photo tagging. It is basically associating a name to a photo. The task in this project is limited in its functionality solely because the face detection system that we have built is not entirely accurate. It works well with images in which there are less number of faces to detect but fails to tag accurately otherwise. Thus, we can conclude from the experiments that we have conducted that although our systems are not entirely accurate, it is encouraging that techniques are used in many applications such as digital cameras and image organizers. It is also important to note that face detection and recognition in completely unconstrained settings remains a very challenging task, and a lot more needs to be done to address problems caused by lighting and pose variations. Now I am going to show a small demo to see the performance of the face detection system. Here we can see that we have the input image as provided by the author. There are a total of 8 people in the image, and so the system is ideally required to detect 8 different faces. We can see here the output of the HSV rule implementation. Next we can see the output of the YCBCR rule implementation. Next we can see the output of the RGB rule implementation, and finally we can see that image after performing morphological operations and converting it into grayscale for further processing. Finally, we can see here that the face detection system has rightly identified some of the faces in the image, about here, 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 here. It works well in most of the image except when 2 people are standing very close to each other, where it has identified the 2 people as one. The same thing is seen after marking the faces in the original image for face detection. This was my project. Thank you.